You may think you have a realistic budget for your custom home, but do you actually? That depends on 4 things that most people don't fully understand when they start planning a custom home. And if those things are missed early, the project can start to feel like a nightmare. Hey everyone, I'm Kathy Ewan, founder and principal designer of Phase 1 Design. We design custom homes and major renovations in Calgary, Greater Vancouver, and select markets across Western Canada and the US. Over the last 20 years of designing custom homes, I've worked with thousands of clients advising them on this specific topic. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 things to look for to know if your custom home or major renovation budget is realistic before you start. Watch till the end because I will also be sharing with you what you can do if you find out your budget is not realistic. Number 1, is your budget for the whole house or is it for the whole project? When someone tells me their budget, I want to know what exactly that number includes. Is it for the whole project or is it just for the construction of the home? If it's only for the construction of the home, have you allowed for all of the other costs? So for example, all projects usually have other costs that are not related to the house itself. For example, the demolition of the existing home, servicing the site, landscaping, contingency, GST, just to name a few. These items can easily add 6 figures to your budget, so make sure you account for them. Then subtract them from your total budget so you know exactly what your budget is for the house itself and we know what you're working with for design. Number 2, beware of cost per square foot. This is one of the most dangerous terms in the custom home industry, cost per square foot. It can be useful if you know how to use it, but it can also mislead you if you don't. If you use cost per square foot to calculate your budget, make sure you also ask what the assumptions are. So for example, does it include the developed basement, the garage, covered outdoor living areas, decks, landscaping? What level of finishing is being assumed? This one can significantly swing your cost per square foot. We've seen homes designed at $600 per square foot to above $1,000 per square foot, just based on finishing levels alone. Now, keep in mind there's no right or wrong answer. You just need to know what assumptions are being made. I love this topic, so I actually made an entire video about it. I'll link it down below for you. In my opinion, I would only use cost per square foot in conversations with someone highly experienced in the custom home industry and who knows the follow-up questions to ask you as the homeowner. And even then, you'll find that most experienced and honest industry members will never give you a cost per square foot until they either ask you a bunch of questions or until you have a full set of plans. I use this number with my clients, but only after spending time to really understand their project and asking them questions about the major budget drivers. So instead, focus on the total budget for the whole project instead of the cost per square foot, which can be misleading. Number 3, has the site been properly considered? Your build lot can completely change the budget. Let's look at a few examples. In Calgary, an inner city lot usually will require new service tie-ins. We might have existing grading challenges, retaining walls, or tree removal considerations. In Greater Vancouver, depending on which municipality you're in, the site may involve steep slopes, retaining walls, blasting, difficult construction access, environmental setbacks, creek areas, riparian zones, or long permit approval timeframes. On an acreage, the budget may need to include a new driveway access, septic, well, grading, and of course, accessory buildings. These are not just small details. They all can affect the budget even before design starts. Talk to a custom home designer or builder to make sure you understand if there are site considerations which need to be budgeted for your project. Number 4, don't forget pre-construction costs. Professional fees and permit costs are part of every single project budget. You cannot start a custom home project without them. These include mandatory items like architectural or building design, interior design, engineering, surveying, energy advisor, and municipal fees. Depending on your location, you may also require ARBOS reports, geotechnical assessments, building envelope engineer, environmental reports, and other consultants. On custom homes, expect pre-construction costs to be anywhere from 5% to 15% of your total construction budget just on consultant fees alone. And as a word of caution, as with most things in life, you do get what you pay for in consultant fees. This is also why the cheapest design fee is not always the cheapest option. If early planning and coordination are skipped or not done properly, the cost very often shows up later in your project, like having to do significant redesign, pricing surprises, missed details, or decisions made too late. A realistic budget includes the work required to get the project designed, coordinated, approved, and ready to build. As a friend of mine always says, I cannot afford to be cheap. So there you have it, the 4 major items you should look at to make sure your budget is realistic. All right, so what happens if you go through all of that and then you still find out that your budget is not realistic? Because this actually happens often. I'm going to give you one more bonus tip. So here's the bonus tip. Square footage plus finishing level equals your budget. I always explain to our clients that your budget is the sum of 2 major components, your square footage and your level of finishing. This equation can be manipulated, but there's only so much push and pull between the two that you can have. So for example, if you have a set number of rooms you want in the house, that is going to set the square footage. Let's pretend your wish list includes your main kitchen, living, dining areas, and then on top of that, you have 4 bedrooms, 2 guest bedrooms, and an office. So let's pretend based on those rooms, that will be approximately 4,500 square feet above grade. And you also want a very high level of finishing. I might tell you before we start design that you are definitely going to be over budget. So how do you solve this? There are only 3 ways. Number 1, the budget needs to go up. Number 2, the square footage needs to come down. Or number 3, the level of finishing needs to also come down. Here's the catch. The square footage and level of finishing can only come down so much. So what is the solution? Well, unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all answer for everyone out there. But it is just important to understand that those are the 2 major variables that will drive your custom home budget from the start, and to properly set your expectations on how it can be adjusted to get to a budget you're comfortable with. So now you know the questions to ask to ensure your custom home budget is realistic. I'm Kathy Ewan, founder and principal designer at Phase 1 Design. If you're planning a custom home or a custom home builder looking for a design partner, feel free to reach out. Feel free to like and subscribe to watch our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.